Mike Zeroh one can't handle the truth.
You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this?
I am authorized to assure you these rumors are based on hysteria and are absolutely false. I repeat, these rumors are absolutely false.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining me once again as I take another look into the relentless lies of Mike Zeroh. I want to start this video with the obvious, and that's that Rachel Zegler has not been fired from anything. If you look at Zeroh videos that suggest this to be true, you should also remember that the projects she has been fired from have also been stopped anyway, and moreover, the projects she was fired from are projects that Zeroh has created to keep his channel going with fake news, otherwise there would be nothing to talk about. And the fact he has nothing to talk about, thus he has to create his own drama, becomes even more obvious when he keeps returning to the same story. But the story keeps changing when you get to the next iteration of said story. Another thing you have to remember is that Disney or Lucasfilm never rush to implement anything Zeroh said is going to happen. Despite them having emergency meetings every other day, things are left to play out for as long as Zeroh needs to keep it in the limelight. He will tell you that things were cancelled and people were fired, and then sometime later he will bring back the same situation with the same information and tell you that things have only just been finalized, and I'm going to show you just that in this video. We start with my own video from the 23rd of September 2023, and please note that I only do this for the ease of making my first point. It saves me having to go through all of his videos again. To push my points home even further, please note that the sequel movies that revolve around Snow White have now been cancelled. This is all according to Zeroh. 1 minute they were going ahead with making these films and then they were stopped and Zegler was removed from them, but long before the films were brought to a crashing halt. The main reason for the movie's cancellation, Zegler's past behavior when talking about the Snow White movie, footage that we have all seen, I'm sure. So what was Zegler actually fired from?
Not just from Snow White projects, but as it turns out, from other Disney movies that were supposed to be quite major. She was going to be the voice of a main character in a new animated film that Disney is now working on that is described to be inspired from not just Elemental, but also from the Shrek series by DreamWorks Animation. Zegler was also assigned to be the lead character in this animated movie and was immediately removed and fired from this project after the Snow White interviews recently went viral and damaged Disney's image even further. The second project that she was attached to was going to focus on Disney's new spy film movie series to compete against Tom Cruise, Skydance, and Paramount.
I looked for other videos that may contain more information, but Zeroh's videos are so erratic that even when a video says one thing, it could mean something different. Anyway, that was from a video dated the 15th of September 2023, and Zegler has lost not only the other Snow White projects as we already pointed out, but she has also been removed from an animated film and a spy movie. Let's jump ahead now to the 17th of September and the first mention of Jenna Ortega.
Ortega is now said to be taking over the voiceover work for Disney's Shrek-like movie that will compete against DreamWorks and the spy film franchise, where Ortega is planned to play a spy girl in their upcoming series of movies to compete against Tom Cruise and Paramount.
So now we have Jenna in the driving seat, taking Zegler's roles away from her and becoming Disney's go-to girl for replacing Zegler. Again we jump forward 2 more days, and as if by magic, there is even more development surrounding Zeroh's latest bout of clickbait.
Now, Jenna is reportedly taking over Rachel's role that she was supposed to get in the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot as one of the main lead pirates, as well as a Shrek-like animated movie to compete against DreamWorks.
Well, it's like I said, Zeroh's videos are hard to fathom at times, but we have gone from this Shrek-type movie and spy movie to Pirates of the Caribbean instead. My only gripe about the sudden inclusion of the Pirates film is that Zegler hasn't been mentioned once about being involved with that franchise, whereas Ortega has been rumored to be in Pirates 6, be it speculation based on rumor or some form of casting fanfiction.
We already talked about this, about how Ortega is the one replacing Rachel Zegler's positions as an actress for the Pirates reboot, this animated movie that is said to be a Shrek competitor, and another untitled film that we're currently unaware about exactly what it's going to be focused on, So 3 major products, 3 major films.
The clip I played previous to this one was from the 19th of September 2023, and the clip you just heard was from the very next day, the 20th. We now have 3 roles that Ortega has taken from Zegler. The animated Shrek-style movie, The Pirates of the Caribbean, and another film that Zeroh doesn't know about, or so it would seem. So I can only surmise that it's not the spy film, because he does know about that one. If that was the case, then there are really 4 films that are currently on the table for Disney, so Zeroh has contradicted himself by saying there were only 3. Again, I reiterate what I said about things needing to be replaced. He removed at least 3 films that were Snow White related and put these new films in their place. Thus he can keep his clickbait going for longer until he needs to change it again. We won't be far off a year soon, since Zeroh insisted that Zegler had been fired from numerous Disney projects. These projects included the Snow White films, that would follow on from Snow White 2025, a Shrek-like animated film, some sort of spy movie, and she was also included in the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, or if you prefer, Pirates 6. So without further ado, let's come full circle now and play a clip from Zeroh's latest Zegler has been fired video.
One major development now has more to do with Rachel Zegler in the wake of the Snow White trailer backlash and the ultimate decision by Bob Iger and the rest of the board to finalize their plans of firing Rachel Zegler and removing her from several projects as a response to the Snow White backlash. As it turns out, Zegler was initially promised a multi-million-dollar contract deal. However, that contract was not fully complete. She was set to hold a major role in the new Pirates of the Caribbean remake film, an animated movie to compete against Shrek 5 by DreamWorks, and even a direct Snow White sequel to the 25 film, and among other projects. However, after Zegler was just recently fired from all Disney projects, including the ones mentioned, moving onwards, due to that, of course, due to the general conflicts and drama, the only project that she will be dedicated to is the current Snow White film, and even that is falling into shambles. Already, Zegler is reportedly playing the race card like many other actresses have done before in the past against Disney for the reasoning of her firing, along with how she is now looking to group up with her agent and manager to start some form of a legal case against the Walt Disney Company, as she claims behind the scenes that her contract was final, when in reality it wasn't.
In 2023, Zegler was fired because of the bad reception her viral video got, where she claimed the prince was a stalker and other things the fandom didn't appreciate. In 2024, she lost all her roles again, but this time round it was thanks to the bad reception of the Snow White 2025 trailer. She lost her roles in 3 Snow White movies, her animated film, The Spy, and the Pirates film way back in 2023, and it's only now, as of August 2024, that Disney decided to finalize all of those removals of Zegler. She was either fired back in 2023 or she wasn't, and for as much as people would like to think that Disney are totally inept, you wouldn't wait a year to get rid of someone. After all, they didn't waste time to remove Gina Carano from any future TV shows or films. That in of itself speaks volumes. So, was she fired twice? Or has Zeroh just plumbed the depths once more, and used old news once again to keep things ticking over for the channel, until the next big thing comes along? And in regards to court action, well, she has done that a few times already as far as Zeroh is concerned, and with all Zeroh facts, all of those cases haven't even come to the general public's attention through other news outlets. In regards to Zegler, ask yourself this. If she is the kind of person to post stupid things on X and demands every penny she makes is warranted during a SAG meeting, don't you think we would have heard from her if her firings from projects and subsequent contract misunderstandings weren't real? The only reason we haven't had her belly aching on social media platforms about those projects and contract obligations from Disney is because it isn't real, and you'd be damn stupid to think otherwise. I'm not here to defend Zegler. I'm here to point out yet again that Zeroh will repost old fake news and make it seem like all new news or an update, when in fact it's still old fake news, with all the same made-up facts as before, with a little bit of racism thrown in for good measure this time round. Anyway, that's all I have for today, so until the next time, take care and I'll see you again soon.
So maybe come up from your mom's basement, okay? And get a real life, you nerd. You basic.